Okay, hello everybody. So today we're gonna be talking about reported speech. And please pay attention because there are some questions included in the video. So, what's reported speech? Okay, it's a technique. And basically reported speech is when we say, or more commonly write, something that someone else has said before. Okay? An example would be if a guy called, for example, Mark, says something like, I'm very tired. We can report this by saying, Mark said that he was very tired. Okay? And now we are going to look at some rules about how to do this technique correctly. Here we have this that, okay? And we're gonna start speaking about it right now. Okay, so this that is used mostly in affirmative and negative reported statements to connect the reporting verb. The reporting verb in this case will be said with the rest of the sentence. Okay, so if we have this sentence, I am sending you an email, we can report by saying he said that he was sending you an email, and this that is being used to connect the two parts. Okay, other important things. Okay, so in reported speech there are words, but also in language, in speech in general, there are some words that are very connected to the context, to the situation. Okay, like personal pronouns, time and place expressions, and these ones very often have to be changed. So for example, personal pronouns, very often pronouns that are in the first or second person, like I or you or we or and you plural, have to be changed to the third person, to he or she or to they. Okay, like an example here we have I'm tired will be reported as he said that he was tired. With time expressions would happen something very similar. So here will become there, now will become then, tonight will become that night, today that day, this year that year, and so forth. Okay, demonstratives. This is another type of work. Like the demonstratives in English are basically this and that and this and those. So those are often changed mostly this way. So when we have the closer demonstrative, this would be changed to that, or this to those. Okay, if we say something like look at this, will be reported as he asked me to look at that. And the possessives, with the possessives, the same will happen that we have mentioned before with the personal pronouns. You have my or your will have his or her, or if you have mine will be his or hers, our will be their, and so forth. Okay, so here we have the first question. You can pause the video, okay, and just reply it to upload it to the virtual room later. And we have the second question right away. Okay. You can pause it also. And if you're ready, let's keep going. All right, another important thing about reported statements. We not only report affirmative and negative statements, we have to report questions, and generally questions are transformed into an affirmative sentence. So if we have W questions, like questions that start with what, where, when, who, and so forth, these ones will become an affirmative sentence. So in reported speech, what do you want to eat for lunch will become she asked what he wanted to eat for lunch. Okay, if instead of a W question or another type of questions, we have a question that has to be replied with a yes no answer, we are going to use these words, if and whether. So are you coming out tonight? We are expected to mostly to reply yes or no. Therefore we would report this as he asked if I was coming out that night, or he asked whether I was coming out that night. Okay, here we have the next question. You can pause the video, and when you are ready we can continue. Reporting verbs. Okay, we have mentioned them before, and remember that we cannot always say or said in every situation. We have to adapt it to the type of reporting statements. So for affirmative sentences we can use Said, most commonly, we can say he stated, he affirmed, he told me that, and so forth. And for questions, most commonly ask, or for order or commands, you can have he ordered him, or he commanded him, or similar things. But so for our level now, with said, ask, and order, I think we are kind of okay. We have the fourth question here. You can pause the video and have a go at it. And when you are ready, let's gonna talk about the last rule or characteristic of reported speech that we are going to mention today. And I've left it for the end because it's slightly more complicated, but not too difficult, okay? So, and this is the same in Spanish. When we report a verb, we tend to change it one tense back into the past. So, for example, if we are saying something in the present simple, like I play guitar, and we want to report this, someone will say something like he said he played guitar in the past simple, okay? And then the past simple also would change, in this case, into the past perfect. So we won the match, they said they had won the match, okay? Similar with the continuous tenses, so the present will become the past. She asked if he, this is the continuous, sorry. I'm studying, she said she was studying. The present perfect become the past perfect, and so forth. Not every tense can be swift back or changed into a past sentence, but most of them. And for today, like in this year, we are going to be working with the simpler ones. Okay, will would become would. That originally was the past form of will. I will visit Paris. So he said he would visit Paris. Can would become could. So if we have a sentence that is I can speak German, we would report that as he said he couldn't speak German. And the be going to will become was going to. Are you going to pass the exams? He asked if I was going to pass the exams. Okay? So that was the last one. And here we have the last question. You can pause the video. And that's all for today. So we're gonna be working on this in the class. And if you have any questions, you can write them down, and I'm gonna try to do my best to reply them the next day. So thank you for listening, and goodbye.